let's jump in and talk about some of the different options that you have for folks who are planning a move and needing storage.
There are a lot of different options when it comes to storage now compared to what it used to be even 10 years ago, we'll say. There is public storage facilities, which are, for the most part, easily accessible by the client, so they can pull right up to the unit. From there is indoor storage, which they might not be able to get right to it. They might have to walk along hallway, use an elevator. So that's when it comes to the public side of it, right? Then there are other side of the storage, which is warehouse storage, which we provide. Warehouse storage, where we have individual storage units that are movable. So instead of a 10 by 10 storage at a public location, you would come to us and get 2 storage units, which give you a 10 by 14 worth of space. So you get an additional 4 extra square feet for the same, if not cheaper, than a local 10 by 10.
Yep.
Now, with that, when you call, because again, they're all individual storage vaults, we move them around with forklifts. We can get them prepared, get them right to the doorway. So now you don't have to wait. So we always ask, give us a 24 to 48 hour notice. Hey, we need a few belongings. If it comes into the possession of GMetz Moving, we do a full itemized list. The customer gets a copy. We keep a copy so we know what we have.
Yep.
Customer calls and says, hey, I know we moved in the spring. Here comes the fall. We need our winter clothes. We need our fall outfits. Then if they tell us what box numbers, we could have those boxes pulled and prepared right at the door. Unlike going to a public facility where you have to dig all the way in to get your belongings, load the entire walkway with all of your belongings, and hope your storage neighbor doesn't show up to access their unit at the same time. Storage side of it is always complicated when it comes to what am I going to need to store, what is worth it. For me, if you haven't used it in a few years, most of the time the people don't know where they're going, or they're building a home.
Yeah.
Right? So if they're building a home, they might know exactly where they want that, antique piece that's been in their family forever. They might even have designed a wall to make it fit there, right?
Yeah.
On the building side of it. But if you're moving from an apartment and you're just waiting to purchase a home, and you're saying, in the next 3 months, I'm going to purchase a home. I don't want to sign a 2-year lease, a 3-year lease. I'm going to put my stuff in storage, stay with a few friends for a few months because I'm actively looking. Well, then that's where we would come into play. Either short term for us, we consider 2 to 3 months is short term. For storage, long term is anything beyond that. We've had clients in our storage facility for 5+ years or longer while they were building a home, remodeling, moving out of state. We had people from East Greenwich move into our storage facility probably about 4 years ago as they were building a house in upstate New York. We had it stored, loaded everything up, delivered it all out to them 5 years later. So ultimately, it was all kept under the same roof as well. For us, we say if you can keep it under the same company the entire way through,
yep,
especially when you're storing stuff and then moving out of state, you want to do that as much as possible.